Do I live? Haha! Classic Nakara. I forgot to plug my mic back in because my PC won't start without my mic unplugged. Hello, everybody! Welcome back. Welcome in. How are we doing today? How's it going? I hope, much like T-King, I hope everybody had a good Easter, a belated Easter. I don't really do Easter anymore, but sometimes I do. Hi, Bloody, and hi, T-King, and hi, Red Knox. I saw you guys in here. And also, hello to the lurkers. I know you're there. I love you. Mwah. Shout out. But yeah, how is everybody doing? I know it's been like, I think 2 weeks just about since I've been streaming. So we had a little bit of a break. And, my bones. Thank you, Bloody. Thank you. Always. Pleasure as always. But yeah, it has been a hot minute since I've been back. As you know, some of you may know, I was out of town for a little while. I was out in the great city of Boston, going to a little small convention. You may have heard of it, known as PAX East 2026, and it was great. And thank you, Red Knox. I appreciate it. So yeah, but yeah, we were out from. I left Thursday the 26th at like 5 in the morning, and I came back home sometime in at 7 p.m. Monday. I would have stayed longer if I could, but the hotel's expensive. It's so, yep. But hi Crazy. I won't prattle on too long. So basically what we're going to be doing this stream is it's going to be pretty chill today. We are going to kind of chat about PAX. I will show you all some photos I have. I'll regale you with what I have found. Hopefully, I didn't find any demos on Steam, unfortunately, but I can at least show you the games that I thought were interesting, as long as they are on Steam. Oh, there was one more I wanted to add before we get into it. From one of the photos. Give me a second. Try to. Oh no, my little guy, he's gone. It was one of my very last photos. No, actually there's two. Let me see. Did you win any raffles? No, I don't really enter raffles. I only have so much money, and I don't wish to use my money gambling on raffles. Alright, so actually there's that game, and then I thought there was another game I had. Oh, wait, I think I know. The PAX East. Let me see, is this one on? I think, yes, this one's on there as well. And it wasn't a merch photo. It was not a merch photo. It was this photo. Were there free ones besides the ones that caught free what? Free raffles? If there are, I don't know. Because like I said, I don't really enter raffles. Yeah, there are free raffles too. Like I said, I don't really care about raffles. Raffles are not what I'm there for. I am there for one thing and one thing only, and that is to get merch. And see some demos, but mostly merch. I'm there for merch. Where is the main part of the page? There we go. Okay, so now I think I've got everything set. I've got all the things I want to showcase. And yeah, without further ado, let's get on into it. So, let me switch on over to Discord here, where we'll have the photos. And I will break down, try to, do my best to break down day by day. Nice cat? Yeah, I just stole it from a YouTube video of lo-fi hip-hop. So just so we have some background music. Where am I looking at? Ah, there it is. Found it. All right, here we are. Here we go. So, day one was not the full day. I will just say that. So Thursday morning, I left at about 5 p.m. from where I'm at. And it is a 9-ish hour drive. So I had to go drive from my location to Boston. And then I had to pick up Rune from the airport because Rune stayed with me to go to the con. So there should be no photos of me and Rune in here together. Just because I want to keep our privacy. So don't be expecting to see our faces. But yeah, so we got to the con. I think I got there about 3 o'clock to be able to pick up Rune from the airport, get us to our hotel, And then, thankfully, we were literally right across the street from the convention. So I will also showcase like some of the locations too. So let me go, not that one. Let me go this one. So we stayed at the Element. Why is my mouse gone? My mouse disappeared. Cool, cool, cool. Seaport District. I'm typing so I can get everything. Showcase for you here. So actually, we're gonna go back to this page here for a second. Cool. It's broken. Oh, maybe it's this. Let me try that. The cat popped out. I think that's why I was confused. That's it. There we go. So yeah, we stayed at the Element Seaport district here. So it was a really nice hotel. It was pretty nice. It was under construction by the time we arrived, so that was a little weird. But overall, it was a good hotel. And I will show you on the map here just so you can so I can show you how close we were to the convention. So right here is our hotel. This is the convention. Like literally right across the street. In fact, like where this road was right here, where you could enter in to the convention space. So we didn't actually go through like the real front like you're supposed to that day. We came in from the side. So we didn't get to see the actual front until Friday. So the couple photos I have from that day are going to be from like when we entered into the side exit. So one of the first things we went to look for was magic, and Rune was very interested in this God Save Birmingham game, which is literally like I think you're a medieval peasant, and you're fighting zombies is basically what that one was. Because he played this demo. I did not play this demo. And then of course Magic was there. Their big thing was they were showcasing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that just came out. Did you get any Magic packs? I did not get a pack, but I got something else, and we'll get to that. So that was one of the first things we went to go find. Because we spent the first part of getting into the convention just walking around, looking at the different booths to see what there were. They had like Super Mario Bros. Wonder for the Switch 2. They had this big display here. You could actually, if you notice this guy down here, you could actually get in line to go and take a photo here at, I think it's called Bella Bell Park. It's kind of cut off here, but you could actually get in line and take photos with this whole display here, which was pretty neat. They also had the big display for Anemo, bleh. I think it's Anemo or Anemo. I'm not sure how you're supposed to say it, but it's supposed to be Pokemon-esque. I did not get to play this demo. The line was too long. But this one is a Pokemon-esque game in which you yourself become the Pokemon, similar to like Cassette Beasts, if any of you are familiar with Cassette Beasts. It was capped most of the time. Exactly, yeah. So I didn't bother trying to get in. There was like one demo that I waited in a long line for. The other ones we just kind of walked by and like the creators flagged us down, but those were like the smaller indie games, not the AAA games. The AAA games you had to wait a while, and I will tell you about that in just a moment. Some other merch we noticed too when walking around. This one was really neat. This was an entire display of vinyl records of video game OSTs. I just really liked the display. That's why I took a photo of it. But I just, because I like vinyls, actually. I have a couple. I may chance be a minor vinyl fan. But I didn't really get too much merch that day. I tried to avoid getting too much merch. I want to, really savor the experience first. I usually try to do at least one loop around before I go and start buying things, because my money is important. Let me see, what were some of the big ones? They had like Earthlings. Earthlings was really big. Like that, there was a lot of advertisement for Earthlings, another creature collector. The developer Area 335, including Tiny Metal 2. Here, actually, let me do this, because I'm talking to you about this and I'm not showing you this. Not again. Hang on. There we go. Okay. So yeah. One of the premium exhibitors was Ilphonic here. I don't know what Ilphonic made, but there's this Earthlings here, which is like pixelated creature collector. Area 35 with Tiny Metal 2, Felicity's Door, Blitz Project, and others. I think Rune tried Tiny Metal 2. He said it was good. Atari. Games from Poland was a big one, and we'll get to that one later. Gravity Co. with Light Odyssey, Galvatine, and Whizmans. Nintendo, of course, they had so much. They had a big Pokopia display, along with Super Mario's and Pokemon Champions. Rune was telling me one of those days that the wait to get into Pokemon Champions was about 2 hours long on average. There's the Ocean Drive was God Save Birmingham and Veil the Witch. I don't know what Ukiyo Studios had. Wizards of the Coast, of course, and Zenny. So those were like the really big dudes for the most part. And then there was a bunch of other smaller games and merch tables. So like there was tabletop games, there was merch for video games, there was like, you know, homemade like new TTRPGs and stuff like that. So I will save those for a little bit later when I show you some more images. So for the most part, that was Thursday. We just kind of walked around, savored everything. And then, yeah, went back for the day, kind of called it an early day. Well, I say early day. We only were there for maybe 3 hours. And it closed, the expo hall closed at 6, so yeah. It was pretty good. So, now that we knew what kind of games we were looking for the next day, onward to Friday, where we found out you could not enter the side entrances before 11 a.m., so we had to actually go to the front. And they had this huge display for Soulframe, which, funnily enough, as Rune pointed out to me, we could not find a booth for the creators of Soulframe and Warframe. Like, they had, like, a huge sponsorship. In fact, the lanyards most folks are wearing have, like, Warframe on them. Like, that was the default lanyard was Warframe. But there was no booth for it. But yeah, you had the Giant X for PAX. They had some, like, check-ins over there, maps, yada yada. And I wonder, do I have a map of the hall? Hoping I can find a map. I think I do have a map on my, like, maps. I do have a physical map. Tabletop map. Let's see. What do you mean it's blocked? So yeah, they had a couple different maps because the expo hall was split into, like, 2. So if we go back to the broken opera here. So this was like the main big exhibit here. You had the TTRPG zone, which was a little smaller, so like you could do some free play and stuff, but this is the main expo hall. So like right as you came down the escalators, you had the PAX merch, which was if I remember, it was where I stopped Friday first. Nintendo was over here, along with some other, like, smaller booths. Magic, Atari. There's Ilphonic. Smaller booths. Earthlings, Area 35. Thermal Take. I think the yellow ones are the most important. There's Ukiyo. I don't remember what Ukiyo did, I'll be real. PAX Rising. Like, they had like a stage, too, over here for Twitch as well. There's the Twitch creator stage, the PAX Arena, they had food trucks, and most of everything you see down here is just merch tables. PAX Rising was really interesting, and I cannot wait to talk about that. So, I think that kind of gives you the idea of, like, how big this was. Like, this was huge. Showing you a picture of it just does not do the scale justice of just how huge it was. But let me get back to the photos here. And if you have any questions about, like, the photos or anything I'm saying, like, feel free to stop me and let me know. So yeah, that was the entrance. I went back to Magic again because we were looking, the big thing that Rune was looking for in Magic was the Secret of Strixhaven, which, as I found out later, was on the other side of the Magic station. So there was a line, 2 lines, one where you could like go play Strixhaven, not the secret of Strixhaven. Let me just clarify. They did not actually have Secret of Strixhaven cards there. It was just the normal Strixhaven cards. So if you were waiting in line to get like an early Secret of Strixhaven cards pack, you're sorely out of luck. But I was in line from this angle for a different thing, because they had a personality quiz for you to figure out which college you belonged in. And anybody, I don't know, I hope you didn't see, but does anybody know what college I was in? Because we had, for those of you who are unfamiliar with Strixhaven, it was like a collab with D&D, if I remember correctly. So there were 5 colleges with 5 different colleges. I don't want the whole huge thing. I just want the blah blah blah. I'm gonna find it. Hold on, I'm working on it. Colors, because they each were dual color colleges. So that's what we are looking for. Blah, blah, blah. I'm finding images, but I'm not finding the actual, like... Ah, here we go. Okay, so we had Lorehold, which was the red and white, which was the College of Archaeomancy. So these people are typically scholars, explorers, and adventurers. The Prismari, which was the red-blue college. They are the elemental arts, such as performers and artists. There was Quandrix, which is green-blue. They are the College of Physiomancy, math magicians, researchers, numbers people. Silverquill was white and black. They are the College of Eloquent Magic, so poets, rhetoricians, English majors, essentially. And Witherbloom, which was black and green, which is the College of Essence Studies, so which is biologists, herbalists, people who like plants. So which one, my friends, do you think I was part of? You might not guess it if you're thinking of what I usually like to do. Oh, let me get an image too while we're... Guess you missed that station? Yeah. Oh, here, let me switch over the window here so you can see like an image of... Oops, I meant to do... Can I copy the tab? Copy pages. Let me go to this one right here. So yeah, these are the colleges. There was so much to do. Yeah, so yeah, Lorehold, I think it's Prismari, Silverquill, Witherbloom, Quandrix. I stole this from the gamer. But yeah, don't worry, I'll show you which one I got. So, did you get green? Which I think there was 2 greens, so which green do you mean? Because there was green blue and green black. Because green blue is Quandrix, the math school, and green black is the essence school, the witch school, the herbalist school, biology school. Green black maybe? Witherbloom? Good guess, good guess. Anybody else? Anybody else before I reveal the answer? I'll actually get the image up right now while I'm waiting. Alright, going once. Going twice. Going thrice. Nope. It was actually Lorehold. I got red-white. I was the archaic school. And while I did not get any magic cards, because I didn't buy any merch or anything, they did give me this. It's a little patch you can put on your coat to, like, show which school you represent, and, like, a little fun little card with, like, the logo of Lorehold. So, yeah. I am a history major, apparently, according to the World of Magic the Gathering. Did you guys also do the magic test to get a color deck? No. I didn't know there was one. I just knew about this one to tell me what my college was for Strixhaven. And then my demo for that day was Blumhouse. For in case you are not aware, Blumhouse has now dipped their toes from the movie industry into the gaming industry, specifically as a publisher. So Blumhouse is actually working on several games right now, but the one that they had showcased here and the one that I was really excited for is Grave Seasons. And don't worry, we'll talk about Grave Seasons a bit more later on because I will showcase to you their Steam page. But Grave Seasons is really good if you're into slasher films and Stardew Valley. Yes, that is a combo that I just said out loud. Slasher films and Stardew Valley. I won't get into it too much until I show you the page, but just know I waited a good long while in this line. I probably also waited about 2 hours to get through this line because the demo time was about a roughly 20-minute playtime. So 20 minutes per person, 5 people at most at a time. That's only about, like, for one station, that's about 3 people per hour. Yeah, this was the only one that I was, like, super, like, yeah, I want to wait in line for this one. Most of the others I did not wait in line for. So if you were hoping to hear my experience about being like, Nakara, did you play Anemo? Nakara, did you play Pokemon Championships? Nakara, did you play Earthlings or whatever? No, nah, not me. Too much time wasted, and also, like, I was a con newbie. I didn't bring any sort of, like, sitting instrument. We did try to wait in line for the Paranormal Activity game on, like, the last day or Saturday, one of those two, but it was also just, like, super long. My feet were hurting, and I was just like, So, yeah. Word of advice, if you ever go to a PAX East Con or any large con with demos, bring yourself some sort of, like, folding sitting apparatus, because that's what some guy had in, like, I think this line, the Paranormal Activity line, was, like a fold-out stool. Yeah, exactly. So you were smart. You were smart, Bloody. I was not. And also bring entertainment, because, like, besides my phone, like, I really had nothing else to go on besides standing and staring, whereas, like, everybody else had, like, brought their Switches, their Switch 2s, their Nintendo DSs, stuff like that. So at least while they were waiting for the 2 hours, they had something to entertain themselves. So yeah, those are my words of advice. Bring entertainment, bring something to sit on. Unless you want to sit on the floor. I would not recommend sitting on the floor, though. So there's that one. While I was waiting in line in Blumhouse, these guys came by. It was super hilarious. It is the beans from Fall Guys. There was one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 beans. And yes, as you can, I'm sure you could imagine, there was lots of video game cosplay. In fact, there was a whole cosplay village on, like, one of the upper floors. I did not go to the cosplay village, so I'm sorry if you were looking for cosplay. I do not have any of that, that material. But yeah, they were, like, goofing around in the middle of the lane, just, you know, being silly little guys. It was pretty cool. Here's another picture I took. I think, or is this a duplicate? I don't know. Might have been a duplicate. Wait, where? Oh, silly me. It looped. That's why I couldn't post all of them in one go. So yeah. So we were there for most of Friday, and then Friday evening, I wanted to take Rune to a place known as Versus. Now, I don't know how many of you are like alcohol or anything like that, but I went to this barcade when I was in Boston way back in 2021 for Fan Expo, Fan Expo Boston. And I had just turned 21 at that point, so I was by myself, so I was looking to get out, and I was like, you know, I'm in Boston, I don't get here very often, I want to do something fun. And while I was waiting and, like, running around Fan Expo, I happened to come across a corkboard with, like, advertisements on it. And I saw this barcade was there. They were, like, advertising where, like, if you had, like, a, you know, a badge for the con, you didn't get a cover charge. So I was like, oh shit, I want to go. So we actually had to take a, God dang it, stop doing this to me. We actually had to take an Uber because, like, to showcase how far it was. We're down here, right? This is our hotel down here. Versus is all the way up here, like near Faneuil Hall. So I was not driving in the middle of the night trying to find parking and also having drinks. So no. We took an Uber there. And Versus, it's a pretty small barcade. So like basically what happens is you get dropped down by like this little side street here, and you enter this building and you get checked out by the guy to make sure we were old enough, because at this point it was 21 only who were allowed to join in. And you go up like a little flight of circular stairs, and on the second level is actually the bar, which is split into like 3 main buildings. There was like the central building, which is where you entered, and that's where the actual bar was, where the seating was, where the restaurant was, etc., etc. And then on either side were the arcade games. So like coming up, like when you came up the stairs, to your right was like the older games and like the pinball games, and to your left through the bar was like the newer games. So I don't know if we have any let me see if I can get some images. So yeah, like this was the seating wall. Like this is obviously when it's empty. It was packed when I was in there. This was the bar itself, and there were 2 TVs. Each one had like a video game going at the time. So like the TV over here was playing Tekken. Or was it 3 TVs or 2 TVs? I think it's maybe 3. So this one was playing Tekken, I know that. And I'm not sure what these other 2 were playing, but that's all I managed to get note of. And they got like skee ball. They have like basketball. This is actually a little emptier than when I remember it. What else did they have? They had like, they have all these pinball machines in there you could play. They had like one of those shooter games. There it is. There's the basketball game right there. I think this one was actually broken when we were in there. And then this is the little staircase you walk up. So it's not quite a spiral, but you know what I mean. So you walk up this to get into the bar, and then to the left over there is the bar. To the right is the window where the restaurant like hands out the food for the waiters, and that is the next location for the old games. And like, man, like it gets packed in here, man. Like it gets packed, especially when a convention is in town, you know. But it was awesome. And of course, like they had like signature drinks. So I will show you my drink in a while, but let me get the menu up here. So the drink menu was awesome. We had some food. So I had some burgers. I had the smashed burger. It was right where too far. Smash burger right here. And Rune got the little Mac quarter pounder with the double quarter pounder. And then I of course wanted some drinks. So I had a couple drinks. My main one was drinking waifu material. And this shit was delicious. That is actually the photo I have that I will be showing you guys. I also did Thundershock lemonade, which just, drink responsibly with Thundershock lemonade because it was a alcohol and energy drink mixed drink. So, just for anyone not aware, drinking Red Bull or any sort of energy drink with alcohol is like combining a depressant and a stimulant and can be very dangerous. So I just want to forewarn people. Because, like, basically what will happen is, like, in terms of physiological effects, the energy drink, the stimulant, will help mask the depressant aspects of the drink, which will cause you to end up drinking more than you really should. But overall, waifu material was delicious, very fruity. So if you're a sweet drink person like I am, waifu material is a great one. Thundershock lemonade was a bit sour, as I'm sure you can imagine, but still very, very good. I'm not usually a person who drinks Red Bull, but I thought that combo was delicious. And those were the 2 I had that night. I can't speak to the rest of them, especially because I don't get there very often. But yeah, I do recommend that if you're ever in Boston and you want to go out for drinks, maybe play some video games, go to Versus. They also have like special daily things going on. So let me go back here. So here we go. So yeah, Monday is Madden Madness. So $1 wings all night and play some Madden 25, College Football 25. Did you check out the Red Bull Tavern at PAX? I did not. Like I said, I'm not a Red Bull person. Not usually. Tuesday is bring your partner to Versus, and you both get free admission and unlimited games all day. Versus 90s night every Wednesday. Sing along to your favorite 90s hits. You know, pop, hip-hop, rock, all that stuff. And era-inspired cocktails. Tekken Thursdays, Ultimate Tekken Tournament every Thursdays. You must sign up. Free Play Friday, which, you get free entry and unlimited play as long as you arrive between 5 and 6, which is basically just a $5 savings, or in our case, if you were from the con. Smash Bros. Sunday Tournament, and kids free play before 5 p.m. on Saturdays, because after 7 p.m. it turns 21 plus. So there's always something going on every day. And speaking of the waifu material, I will show you the image that I have. So this was waifu material, which, as you can see, it's very pink, and I love it. So that was our Friday night. Saturday was mostly just like trying to get in any last demos we wanted, because Sunday we knew was going to be pretty short, just so we could wind down. So I got some pictures from the Sky Bridge. So yeah, if you wanted to see just how big it was, this is like 1/2 of the con, I think, or maybe like 2/3 of the con. I think it was on the end towards the tabletop arena. So yeah, there's the food stations, Red Bull Tavern's over there. Trying to see if I can see like anything from here. Enhance. There's I am 8-bit, NIS. More games. Stuff like that. This one was really cool. Rune actually bought this game. We played a demo of it. This was a tabletop card game called One Last Fight. And if you're a fan of roguelikes and you're a fan of D&D, this might be a game you would be interested in. So basically what happens, if I zoom in here, this game can be played with up to 4 players or solo if you wanted. So what you do is you get a character card here with your assigned dice. You get your health. You get your, let me see, what was it? I think it was power. You get your was it soul and your ability, yes. So magic, power, soul, ability. And then you get 2 starting pieces of equipment, or no, is it 2 or 1? You get some starting equipment. And basically what happens is you organize your cards into 3 different acts. It's kind of similar, I think, to Slay the Spire too. I think Slay the Spire has like several acts. So what you'll do is, like, depending on the act, like something will happen, and you pull cards to tell you what to do, what to roll, and continue on from there until hopefully you get to Act 3 and you actually kill the final boss. And from there you start all over again. And yeah, I thought this was a pretty solid little tabletop game. It even has an expansion out right now with that one right there, so you can get some more bosses, more players. They do have a werewolf character. The thing was just called the Beast, so of course I had to try that. Is there a digital version too? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think so. I think they're pretty new, so I would not be surprised if there's not one yet. Or there might be one on Tabletop Sim. That would probably be the best place I can think of to check. Oh, this was another one. What did Rune say? This was similar to some jousting game. It was like a 4-player game where you play a bunch of little dinosaurs, like bopping each other on the head, you know, Smash Bros. Style. In a way. Very cute, very adorable. I did not play the demo for this one, but I loved the look of it. You could also get tiny dinosaurs. I had a tiny little yellow stegosaurus that I pulled from the little bin here. Another picture from above. One of the sky bridges again. This time facing more towards the tabletop side. So basically all of over here. Oh, hydrate, thank you. I know, I'm so excited talking about this that I'm forgetting to make sure I hydrate. But yeah, like all of this over here was just dedicated to playing like Magic or any other tabletop games. So fret not, my friends, if you are primarily a tabletop gamer, PAX has you covered. Like, like I'd say, what was that, like a 1/4 of the con, a 1/5 of the con was dedicated just to playing tabletop games. These are some other games that I was interested in. I got to watch the demo for somebody over here playing Dreadmore. Excited about Gundam Assemble? Hell yeah. Dreadmore is very similar to Dredge. It feels very much like a first-person Dredge, so I might be checking this out later. Actually, I don't think I added that to my list. That's one of the ones I was missing. Cause yeah, I wanna follow Dreadmore. So there's that. Bylena was I can't remember what Bylena was. I'm gonna have to look that up when we go to actually showcasing like the Steam pages. It was some sort of like, what was it? Like Diablo, I think? Something like that, or at least that's similar like viewport. We'll get to there when we get to there. Now this one I was really interested in. So this was part of the games from Poland. So Cooking Simulator 2 was there. I already have Cooking Sim 1 and I suck at it, so hopefully that one's better. Truckful, I think you just play as like a little dilapidated truck driving down the road trying to do something. I did not play these demos. But the one I was really interested in was Hotel Galactic here, which reminds me of like a Studio Ghibli-esque hotel builder game, but for space aliens. So I thought that looked really cute and I wanted to check that out. Saw a little bit of gameplay. There's also these couple ones. I didn't see the demos for these ones, but I thought Farmbotics sounded really cool. Like it sounded like a solar punk farming game. So that caught my attention. As you can clearly tell, I do like farming games. No shame here. They're pretty cute, pretty cuddly. There was this one called Tales of Fate, a Metroidvania-esque game, but furries. Because you know your girl had to take pictures of furry shit. I saw this one picture from Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Out story with your original quote is, "It is I who added nuts to the statue, but somebody cropped it, so now it said, it is I who nuts to that." That's hilarious. I am the one who nuts. Welcome in, Ala, welcome in. We're just talking about PAX East, so yeah. It looks like there was a koala, a pig, and a fox. So I did not see too much of the gameplay of this one. And then, oh, I skipped ahead a day. Whoopsies. The Tales of Fate. Yeah. It looks cute. So, oh, there's also Crystalla. I have you'll see a photo of that too. But the cat like Dark Souls game. Crystalla was there as well. I did not get a picture of that one. I wish I could have taken more pictures. I probably should have, but I'm not one who takes a lot of pictures, so I am sorry if you were hoping for more pictures. I try to experience the con the best I can in the moment. So, yeah, I just don't tend to take a lot of pictures. And then, so that was Saturday, and Saturday was also the day I went to dinner. Rune and I went to dinner to see my mom, because my mom came down from Maine to come visit, because she's like, oh, Boston's so close, I'll come visit you. We were supposed to see my aunt that day, but unfortunately my aunt could not make it because she could not find a dog sitter. Highly sad. She had been like fighting her chronic illness for like a hot month, trying to be well enough to get down to see me. But it was not being able to find a dog sitter that ended up screwing her, and I felt so bad. So I saw a different family friend instead. And we went to a bit of a fancy restaurant, a bit of a pricey restaurant. It was good, but I will warn you when I tell you guys that this restaurant was expensive. So it was called Woods Hill. Yeah, let's go straight to the website. Woods Hill Pier 4. It's a farm-to-table restaurant. Reservation only, of course. And like the food was delicious and it looks pretty, but it's one of those classic like high-end restaurant things where it's like food delicious, awesome, portions could be a little bigger, I'll be real. And like they don't have the one I had because we went to the actual dinner service. I had, yes, these are the real prices by the way. I had the dry aged duck breast, very delicious. I wish there was more duck though. Classic. But everybody seemed to really like their food. My mom really liked Rune, so that was hooray! That was the big thing. I'm like, I hope we got some cheese. Got cheeses. Yes, we got all 5 cheeses. My mom loves cheese, so she splurged for that. I was like, mother, you stole $200 from me that day. Why are you splurging on cheese? But, you know, we don't get to fancy restaurants like this often, so we kind of kind of tried to enjoy it while the best we can. So yeah. Good restaurant. I would definitely not recommend unless you're doing like something fancy, like I was. But overall, yeah. And this is a picture of their farm over in Vermont or New Hampshire. Yeah, New Hampshire, blah. So the cheese came from Vermont. That's what it was. So yeah, that was Saturday. And then Sunday, there's not too much to show. Really, the only photo I have, well, I have more photos, but I didn't want to inundate you with animal photos. So Sunday, we went to Quincy Market, Faneuil Hall, and we went to the New England Aquarium. So I wanted to really go to Faneuil Hall, Quincy Market, because Newbury Comics is there, and I was really hoping to see if they had a vinyl I liked, and they did, but I was running out of money, so I was like, fuck, I have to not buy it. And also see if any of the manga I wanted was there. It was not. I can't find my manga. I want to cry. But seeing Newbury Comics was awesome. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen Newbury Comics. Hold on, let me go back to the website here. To the webpage. Newbury Comics Quincy Market. Because the Quincy Market Newbury Comics is really cool. So like if we go back here when the webpage stops being a stinky, there we are. So like this is it from the outside. Sorry, this image is really small for some reason. But this is it from the outside. So you enter in here and basically like, do they have any photos of it? Oh, they don't have any of the interior, man. Oh, it sucks because like you basically like go up a series of staircases and like over like a building or two, and then you have to go back down. But it was awesome. I love Newbury Comics. This is what I grew up with, where I got my manga and my nerd shit. But yeah, I highly recommend going to Newbury Comics if you ever are looking for nerd shit. That's kind of their whole spiel. And then we went to Quincy Market, and Quincy Market, if you've never been inside of Quincy Market, the actual central building itself, this thing here, is all restaurants. So like, so this is what it looks like inside if you've never been inside. Each side of this long ass building is nothing but restaurants. And I went to a restaurant. I don't know if they have it, like a picture of it here. But I went and I got some tteokbokki. Because I remember seeing like some Asian restaurants in there, and I was like, oh man, I've never been able to find a place where I live that sells tteokbokki. So I really wanted to try some. And I felt so silly because does anybody know what tteokbokki is? I'm probably saying it wrong. I'm sorry, Koreans, I'm saying it wrong. But it is basically, like rice cakes, these little chewy rice cakes, soaked in this like savory, spicy sauce, right? That's basically the whole gist of it. And as you may or may not know, I am white. And I am like the cheese-loving kind of white. The spice would kill me kind of white. Eating Korean spicy foods. I tell you, because Rune just got mac and cheese. He got some normal ass mac and cheese. I got this, which was delicious, by the way. I will say that I was dying, but it was delicious and it was worth it. Because we get to the center of the building there, and like in the center of this building, there's like a kind of seating standing area. So like in this I don't know what you call this, but in this area, yeah, here we go. Here's a better picture of it. There were like areas to sit and or stand. We managed to find a standing spot to eat our food. And like I am immediately digging into this like tteokbokki. It's nice. It's like super hot, both literally and physically. And as I'm eating this, I noticed that like my lips are starting to burn and my nose is starting to run like crazy. Sorry, I need to sit there. So I'm sitting there eating my tteokbokki. No, like snot starting to drip from my nose, lips on fire, and like Rune's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "This is so fucking good, but it's so fucking hot." And he's like, you don't need to eat that all right now. You can take it back to the hotel. I'm like, no, I am not a wimp. I will be able to overpower my white sensibilities and consume Korean spicy food. I did not end up eating all of it, but I did take it back to the hotel and I finished it. It was great. It was awesome. Highly recommend. We'll do it again. And then, yeah, so after we ate, after we dropped off our stuff from walking around the market, then we went to the New England Aquarium, which I showed you the photo of earlier, so I'm just gonna go right to New England Aquarium. Fun fact, New England Aquarium. If you are a New England resident, you actually get $5 off your tickets. And guess who happens to still have an unexpired Maine license? That's right, it's your girl. I got discount. Sorry, New England Aquarium, I love you. But yeah, New England Aquarium was super packed, as I'm sure you can imagine. Let us go to the map. Map. I don't want to plan my visit. I mean, maybe I want to plan my visit. Where is the map? Aha! Yes, map. So here is the map over the aquarium. Just gonna zoom in on it. Yes, I can. So basically what happens was we went outside, we looked at the harbor seals, because I love harbor seals. I don't care what anybody says, I love harbor seals. They're so cute. They're puppies. They're sea puppies. Walked inside, we went to the west wing, and I immediately went to the touch tank. Well, we went downstairs first to go see the science of sharks, and then I went to the touch tank, and I got to touch a stingray. I love stingrays. I did not get to touch any sharks, unfortunately. They were all hiding, but it's okay. We went inside, and we got to see penguins! We got to see some African penguins, which was super awesome. Saw the macaroni penguins, a lot of fish, sat outside with the sea lions for a little bit. They just swimming around. They're just doing their swimming thing. Got upstairs, and like this one right here with the turtle you see here, this giant tank spans all 4 floors. So it's a 4-floor tall tropical tank. And you can see turtles, and you can see like rays, and you can see all kinds of big fish. Stuff like that. So yeah, we got to see the Timber Waters Gallery. Let's see some octopus, got to see some cool eels, all the way to the top of the tank. Yeah. I have more pictures, but like I said, I would not inundate you with that. One of my favorite things, which funnily enough is actually not necessarily an aquatic animal, but in the Northern Waters Gallery, they had like a little thing in the corner here where they're showcasing like common terns and some little like piping plovers. And if you don't know what a piping plover is, because I like birds, sorry. Look at this fucking thing. Look at how cute it is. It's so small. They had a little guy in there because they were nesting. I just so cute. It's such a cute little guy. I'm just, When I was young, my aquarium that I went to did that as well. Yeah. Just look at the little guy. Look at how small he is. He's just so cute. Look at a puffball. He's a little water puffball. Love him. I love birds. I fucking love birds. They're so cute. But yeah. And then I think we just got Domino's, went into the room, chilled for the rest of the night, and then Monday I left for home. Crazy, no! You're not allowed to say this. Crazy, stop! Stop it! Stop it! Do not be mean to the little bird. He is an endangered species. Do not eat the endangered species. But look at the little baby. Look at the little baby. I'm sorry, I'm just like, I love birds. Common terns are cute, but less cute. This was the other bird they have in here. Look at those wings, though. Look at those sharp angles. I used to watch these guys, like, dive as a kid. It's so cool to watch them dive. Because common terns were everywhere when I was a kid. But yeah. I love sea otters. They unfortunately did not have sea otters. I don't think sea otters are really a thing over in Maine. At least not that I'm aware of. Or New England. But yeah, penguins were awesome. We got to watch the macaroni penguins getting fed. It was so cool. Or no, sorry, they were rockhoppers, I think. Rockhopper penguins. Right? Because I didn't think they had enough macaroni to be macaroni penguins. Yeah, rockhoppers. They had less yellow on their heads than a normal macaroni penguin. But yeah. So if any questions before I bring us on over to the showcasing part. Oh wait, there was one more thing. I'm a silly goose. How could I forget after I've been talking this whole time about all the stuff I did? I didn't show you guys the stuff I got. So number one, I got some pins. I had to get an orange heart. You know, of course, because that's my colors. That's my girl. And a Stardew Valley pin. I was so hard to choose. But I ended up just getting the plain old Chimpkin. Because I thought he was cute. It was that or the duck. But the duck looked like he was giving me the stink eye. And I didn't really want the stink eye duck. Unfortunately. So, I just got the normal Chimpkin. My pride and joy, my new Mega Charizard X plushie. Because there was one other Mega Charizard X plushie I saw that looked a little scuffed, and I almost bought it, but I saw this one that looked better quality for cheaper, and I was like, oh, you know your girl's got to get a Charizard merch. I need Charizard. Charizard is love. Charizard is life, baby. Now, would I have preferred Charizard Y? Yes, but Charizard X is still awesome. I mean, his color scheme is still dope as fuck, so. We got what we got. And then I just took this one today because I wanted to make sure I got everything else that I missed. So let's go. This one is hilarious. So there was a booth that was hosting like $1 mystery Pokeballs. So of course I got one, and I got fucking Grimer. I got fucking Grimer. I got 4 sets of dice. You will only see 3 here though because I gave one to Rune. These 2 are acrylics. This one is metal. So I got like a silvery metal dice set with what looks to be like cleric medical symbols on it. Let me see what else was there. I'll go from left to right. So Shantytown, we'll cover that later. I did not see Corgi's cozy hike very much. There was the map. This is the icon for Grave Season, so we'll go over that as well. Another like Pokemon creature-esque game called Mad Mojo. I did not play the demo for that. Desolus, which is like a duo like time-dimensional puzzle-solving game. I'm gonna be real. I do not remember what Maidmer is. I'm gonna be straight up with you. The booth that had Grave Seasons also had like this other game that we're working on, Fear the Spotlight, and I think this was the Flash got it, but it was called like Creasel. These are the pins I got. You'll notice one missing. That is because my PAX and ticket is on my jacket right now. So these are the other ones I did not put on my jacket. There's Crystalla. You can get a Gustav plush apparently if you sign up for the newsletter. Fangamer was there, and this is all the merch they had for the different games. They do have Bloodborne merch. I was so close to trying to get something for like Stardew they have Cult of the Lamb there too. I just don't see it listed here. Yeah, I don't see it. But Cult of the Lamb was there, so I almost thought of getting there. Another Pint was another game. There's Bylena. And yeah, that is pretty much all of the things that I got that day. So, why don't we get ready to move on over to the new games. Give me just 1 second. Sort by date added. So we're just gonna go down the list of like, wow. We'll just go down the list of like all the games that I added in. So let's go right. Is this it? Yes, this is it. Pause the music now that we're here because we're gonna be able to listen to some things. So let's start with some of the games that I didn't showcase. So Gnaw was one of them. It was a 2D platformer where you play as a dinosaur in New Dino City, Metroidvania style, in a pre-apocalyptic Saurian civilization when this meteor crashes into town. Oh, hold on, I just realized I don't think the audio is playing. Give me a second. Browser audio, we will switch that to, not VTube, hold on. I should do it. Okay, let's see. There we are. So yeah, this is not... I love the look of this game already. And there it is, the meteor! Overall, I just, like, love the art style of this one. Sorry, I was getting another drink. I saw this guy in the, with somebody, when somebody was playing through it here in, like, this intro level. He plays this little raptor guy. This is Gnaw. I might check this one out if like, when it comes out. This, I don't know, it just looks, it looks so whimsical. I love the look of it. Metroidvanias aren't really my thing, but I would be remiss to not play one about dinosaurs. As you may or may not know, I am a big fan of dinos. Oh no, Rat King! So yeah, there it is. Cracking open a cold one. That is Gnaw. One of the cute little games I saw. Yeah, it'll be coming to Steam, Nintendo, PS5, and Xbox. This is bad. Oh my god, is that your house? That's awesome. Look at that, look at that. Oh, there's a, what is a squirrel? Thorn? So yeah, it looks like this is the apocalypse when with the uprising of the mammals. But instead of like evolution or something like that, the mammals literally descended from space. Oh, but that looks like a sloth guy. So yeah. Pretty cool, pretty cool. We got that one. Let's deal with Hotel Galactic. So this one actually apparently is already out. And I do see though the all reviews say it's mixed, but some of the very recent ones say it's very positive. So let's see what we got. Perfect vibes. Now here it is. You get to build your lovely little hotel. Looks like you get to customize the room shapes. Aw, look at these guys. Like, something about the designs of the characters in this animation just really give me, like, Studio Ghibli. You get to customize the rooms and everything. Like, look at that guy. Uh-oh. A lot of fellas want to go sleepies. Ooh, the fish guy looks cool. Oh, you get to research items, it looks like. Make food. Run a restaurant. Oh, hell yes. Like, look at how you can customize those rooms. It looks great. Catwoman! Another Catwoman! A peacock man. But yeah, this is what I mean when I say like the art style really looks like Studio Ghibli. Like this picture especially. So yeah. So it is in early access right now, just so you're aware. Oh, supporter edition's off 43%. It comes with a couple bundles too. It looks like they've got some new updates as of recently. And let's see. Let's check out their roadmap while we're here. What do they got? What do they got? Oh. Read more. Okay, let's see. So February 12th was the new patch. Act 2 update number 1 is coming. Number 2 and release update. Oh, look, there's a little mouse. The cutest patch ever. I will be checking this out once I get through some other games I want to stream and or play myself. Yeah. Overall, I think this game looks adorable. And I hope I can play it soon. So there's Hotel Galactic. Another pint is oh, I did not mean to mute it. I meant to pause it. Is one of those games kind of like similar to Traveler's Rest, where basically you get to build and run your own tavern, and just yeah, be a little tavern owner. I love tavern owning, and I like Traveler's Rest, so this one seems interesting. Time to make some coin. Ooh, I like the vibes. Something about it kind of gives me like, I don't know, maybe it's the angle or like the design of the scenery, but something kind of gives me like a higher poly, RuneScape almost. I just love the coziness of this tavern too, like, the way the set is designed feels like hella cozy. Now I'm wondering if, like, do you just design and, like, run the tavern, or do you get to, like, do you have to, like, harvest resources in order to, like, upgrade your tavern? Do you just purchase them? Stuff like that. Ooh, looks like a new bedroom for the tavern owner. Wow. The set pieces look awesome. Ooh, redesign the layout a little bit. Okay, I see you. You might notice a trend that quite a few of these games are like builder sims, and that's because I'm a sucker for builder sims. I'm sorry. Oh no! Everybody's been murdered? Question mark? Yeah, this one is another pint. So yeah, of course, this one is not out yet, so most of these games other than Hotel Galactic are not out, so yeah. Build your own tavern, make your own drinks, meet some of the locals. It looks like you get to travel around the island, design your guy. Looks like you have horns. Oh, the character customization looks hilarious. I can't wait. Alright, I'm gonna save probably Grave Seasons for last, just because that's the one I'm really looking forward to. Shantytown was one I did get to play the demo for, and this one was super, super nice. I think actually, is that the creator right there? Showcasing the demo? Yeah, because he was there. It was awesome. So this one is basically like, you get a level where you have to build a town with certain designs in order to pass. Or anywhere in between. It's so cool. You can get to change like the day-night cycle so you can get like the best photo ops. You can walk through it in person. Yeah. Oh, stacking. See, I didn't know you could stack buildings. That's awesome. Snail frog? Giant bird? Walking house? That's new. I didn't see that in the demo. But yeah. Build your little town on some wacky landscape. Like the moving house. That's crazy. Ooh, new seasons, new surprises. But yeah, this one was so fun and cool to build on. It was really hard trying to design a town within like the very small space that I had. But yo, welcome in, Raze. Thank you for the howls. How are you doing? Just, I mean, just look at these screenshots. Like, they're already so gorgeous. So if you're a person who likes builder games, building your own town. Okay, time to make it. Yeah, time to make Howl's Moving Castle. Exactly. Oh, that's the reveal trailer. This is another trailer here. I like the fan boat there, like opening and closing its fans. That's cool. It's supposed to be like before the trailer we just watched. So yeah, here's a little bit of how you build. So like you get to rotate your house, place her down, place your door. Maybe some windows. Put a fan on it. Why not add some plants to her? You know, super up. You want to stack some buildings? Why not? Add a pole. You can upgrade your buildings with like electricity and stuff like that. And this is your survey, so this is like the site you have to build at. And then once you're done with that site, you go to a new site. And then you have to build a town within that area using, you know, certain pieces they give you and the terrain. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. Trailer here, the short one. Oh no! Crocodile! So yeah, it is kind of, it really is just like Dredge, where like you sit here and like, you gotta catch the fish and like put them in your inventory like that. But I just love the design of this game. Like, it feels so cool. Oh god, there's actual monsters you have to fight. Oh Jesus. Sipping your coffee. Oh no, engine busting? Oh. Ah, percussive maintenance! I love it. What does it even know? Like, it looks like is it a workbench on your ship? Oh my god. Whoa! Whoa! Oh. Like, dude, that looks cool as shit. I have definitely got to try this game. Take a look at some of the screenshots here. So there's the fish guy. He's got like a fish fused to his back. That's crazy. So it looks like, though, unlike Dredge, which takes place like before all the the creepy Eldritch stuff happens, this one, the Eldritch stuff has already happened. Yeah, a couple more screenshots. Look at it's so gorgeous. The atmosphere, the colors, the models. It's just mwah. Chef's kiss, you know? I love it. I love it. Oh, actually, before I showcase the last one, let me pull up Bylina as well, because I know that was there. So let's see. This one, too, is very interesting because it's based on Slavic mythology. So it's going to be action, adventure, medieval mythology, skill-based combat. So yeah. You're a young Bogartyr, journey to the thrice nine kingdom and challenge Koshchei the Deathless to save your immortal soul in Bylina. So let's take a look. Because, I mean, this may not be my kind of gameplay, but, like, seeing different cultures' mythology is something I always am interested in. Millennials and down know about percussive maintenance. Yo! They rockin'! Yeah, it's giving like kind of like V-Rising Diablo. Oh my god, little demons! The fingers! A giant snake! You can enter the giant snake! I don't know why we're dancing, but I'm here for it. Yo, get down with your bad self. Yeah, okay. Oh my god, you killed that man! That creature! Ooh, whoa, what are you? He be feeling himself, man. He do in fact be feeling himself. Dude, the demon creature, the one guy dead on the ground! Like, I love the design, honestly. He's like, huh, what? What did I do? Let's see, what's this one? It's the announcement trailer.
Over the boundless prairie, in the darkest area, slaughtered by savages, my love died from the damages. My valiant eagle, you sought freedom, but the enemy's arrow found you and brought sorrow, mournful cross on a silent hill. Darkest enemy has come to kill. High to heaven, start your flight. Glory forever, coming, fight.
Oh, look, it's the guys from the dancing trailer. I mean, visually it doesn't look half bad. Whoa, creature. Oh my god, the village folk are getting down with the bad selves. Oh, look at them dance. Ooh, they dancing. Why are you dancing around the monster? He's gonna beat you up. Damn, he got eaten. That sucks. Let's take a look at some of the... Oh my god, look at that. Giant guy head. Fighting enemies in the caves. Big flower creature. Yeah, like I said, like, Diablo and stuff, I've never really tried them, but I've never really thought of them as my type of game either. But for any of you guys who do like Diablo, V-Rising, those kind of games, this might be for you. Yeah. So you're taking on the role of Kestrel, a young bogartier born with hero's power, shunned and underestimated by everyone. Conquer numerous ordeals, overcome insurmountable odds, and become a legendary hero whose tales will be told for ages. Hell yeah. Slavic myth and legend, journey through the land of towns, boasting diverse locales, from sunlit forests to gloomy dungeons and imposing castles. Challenge mythical enemies, master a wide array of weapons and spells. Peer into the depths of the soul. But yeah, awesome, awesome, awesome. And that leads us to the final game, the one I actually really was excited for with the demo. And if you like farming games, if you like romance games, if you like horror games, this might be for you. Behold, Blumhouse Games' Grave Seasons.
I'm writing this from our old cell, my friend. Your departure caused quite the commotion back home. But I'm proud of you for making it out when you got the chance. I've sent this letter to the address I once knew. That empty old farm up in the mountains. Ashen Ridge is a good, humble town with good people in it. Warm, welcoming, but not too inquisitive.
Also, the art, the character art is just crazy.
I hope you can make a few of your own.
Oh my god!
Don't worry. You'll reap what you sow. You've always had a knack for figuring things out. That resourcefulness will keep you out of trouble, or land you right in the middle of it. Take an old man's advice. Keep busy, lay low. Idle hands are the devil's playground. Make something of yourself, for yourself, while you still can.
So yeah, the demo is coming out. We will be able to play the demo later on. But to give you the gist of what this game is about from that trailer we just saw, you play as a farmer who has escaped some sort of shady past, and you have moved to this town of Ashen Ridge to kind of get away from it all, only to find out that there is a killer amongst you, slowly wiping out the townsfolk. And it is your job to try to not only run your farm, but try to figure out who the killer is. And you have two options, which is to either kill them or date them. That is right, you can date the murderer. So here's some more footage of it. But yeah. The character art especially is what really got me. I was expecting pixel art based on the gameplay here, but it's actually hand-drawn art. Look at Pilar there. And all the characters are so unique. I love how they all look. But yeah, there is gore. There are people dying. And you must figure out who. For the killer is not just anybody, they are a supernatural killer. Oh my god. And what's even cooler about this game is that it's going to be different every time you play, so the killer is never going to be the same person twice. So you might find one person as the killer in one game, only to have them be a victim in the next. Keeps it fresh every time. But yeah, so I am so excited. We got Yuto here. We saw what was it, Harris, Hari, Leilani. Leilani was the one we saw in the demo where you watched her get murdered on the street by that weird entity in the first trailer. And I saw a couple of other people in the game, but mostly it was Leilani. Oh, there's Cresol here. Cresol Theater of Idols and Sphere the Spotlight were the other two that Blumhouse are working on, and I got a little bit of merch for. So why don't we check those out as well, since they're right here. So let's go check out Sphere the Spotlight, which actually is already out. Let's see. Atmospheric third-person horror adventure with disturbing mystery to unravel. Sneak into school after hours with Vivian and Amy, survive a seance gone wrong, solve tactile puzzles, and whatever you do, stay out of the spotlight.
Okay. Let's go.
Oh man, it's like
I think so.
emulating those old PS2 graphics.
Spirit, are you dangerous? Amy! Where did you go?
Ooh. Oh, what is that? The studio that like specializes in horror games, like Murder Puppet Studios or something like that. I can't remember.
I've got to get out of here. Amy, are you okay? I'm happy here.
Oh, interesting. Oh, there's another one. Enjoyed Yap Yap does it? Hell yeah, man.
Are you ready?
I think so. Just nothing
Or
too
God, what is it? Like the ones who did like Nun Massacre, who were the? It reminds me of that studio a little bit.
Amy, where did you go?
Where did you go, Amy?
So happy.
Are you okay in there? Amy?
It was made by Puppet Combo. That's what it is. Puppet Combo. Oh my god, there's like spotlight heads. Look at that. Oh, this person. Creatures. I'm honestly really digging the vibe of this one. I like the looks of it. If I weren't such a weenie, I might give this a try. I mean,
Sure we can't just do the seance at your house?
there's even more! Holy shit!
No, it has to be at school.
Yeah, obviously the seance has to be at school, guys.
Spirit world or something. Maybe because there was a tragedy there.
A tragedy, you say?
Amy?
Yeah, this very much feels like it takes some inspiration from like Puppet Combo's style of games. Just in the visuals alone, you know what I mean? Burn. Burn. Oh man, oh man. Look at that spotlight, dude. Oh! Whoa. Whoa!
Just go home, Viv. I'm happy here.
I wonder why the spotlight is
So
such a
happy.
such an entity in this game. Like, what did it do? All right, last one.
Are you okay?
Get spotlighted, idiot!
Do you see anyone?
Go Sharks! Go Sharks!
I hope the board looks as creepy as I imagine. Let's go.
The visuals, I'm gonna keep saying it over and over again, but I like these visuals.
The realm of the undefined.
What was that?
Don't worry, Viv. If any ghosts actually show up, I'll protect you.
Oh! Oh! Amy!
I've got to get out of here.
Oh my god, it's the hole it was made for you!
Hello? Amy!
Just go home, Viv.
I'll save you, no matter what.
Don't worry, Viv. Everything is going to be spectacular. I'm happy here. So happy.
Nice visuals, man. And then that requires a proton pack. And then this is the last one that I also had the merch for, which is Cresol Theater of Idols, which is also already out. So this one is a survival horror adventure in a twisted version of Spain. As a soldier captured by religious dogmatism, you must use your own blood as ammunition without draining to the point of death. Explore the island of Tormentosa, uncover dark secrets, and battle horrifying enemies.
Every drop of blood you've spilled, every secret you've hidden,
Oh. Oh!
Open your eyes, mi amor.
Well, I mean, already the visuals are fantastic. Ah! Like, look at these designs, man. Oh my god, it's so visually it's a stunning.
Almighty Son, guide my path in this hour of darkness. As the shadows of the abyss close in,
I wonder how the blood thing works. Like, I'm guessing you drain your health in order to like fight things, but you have to be careful about like balancing your ammo with your health.
let your sacred light banish them.
It's her. I am very curious, like, why all the enemies seem to be puppets. Oh.
Let my flesh turn to ash, so my soul may ascend to you.
Oh. The fact that you can, like, drain the other bodies, too. Oh my god, it's her from the...
Burned in your flames for all eternity, now and forever.
God. It's so stunning, I don't even know what to say. Look at these, like, photos, man. The gun is so dope. I did, like, the blood magic, crazy. And that fucking Minotaur? I'm sure, like, if I knew more about Spanish culture, like, this would go fucking hard for me. Yeah, it looks like almost like the woman in the... Maybe that is the woman from the icon there. So this one is also out right now. It looks like it's very positive. Right? The art direction is gorgeous. So you're playing as Gabriel, a soldier who can use his own blood as a deadly weapon. You endeavor on a journey to fulfill a divine mission from the sun god. Let's see. So you're in Tormentosa. Cover the chilling history and twisted folklore of Tormentosa, a beautiful but malevolent island. Traverse eerie landscapes, crumbling grand ruins, and labyrinthine secrets as you peel back the layers of cults and blood sacrifice. Your weapon and your curse. Blood is both your lifeline and your ammunition. Wield this newfound power against terrifying enemies and solve intricate puzzles, but beware, every shot drains your life. Choose wisely. Survival hinges on your ability to balance life and death. That, like, see that right there? That is so unique. I've never really seen many games that do, like, a mechanic where you have to balance your health with your ammo or your fighting capabilities like that. Where, like, in order to make sure you have enough weaponry to defend yourself, you have to hurt yourself. That's awesome. Oh yeah, she is like the woman in the image there. Manage your weapons and your powers. Upgrading the powers that leverage the lethality of blood allows you to deal more damage, fight for longer, and gain bonuses in combat. Navigate myriad weapon options for the right scenario and improve them through coins found in your exploration of Tormentosa. Wait, that's new for me. Oh, the blood mechanic? Yeah. A story rooted in history and horror and history. Hispania's disturbing fusion of historical events, folklore, and religious undertones creates a uniquely horrifying world. Face off against staggering statues brought to life and unravel a dark narrative that blurs the line between reality and nightmare. Prepare to sacrifice everything. How much blood will you shed to uncover the truth? Yeah, that is unique. Like, oh. It looks really good, and I'm so tempted to try to play it, but I know that I'm a mega weenie, and I will absolutely chicken out of playing it. Oh, I didn't mean to play it again. Sorry, guys. But it's so pretty. It's giving, like, almost kind of like a Resident Evil in a way. Like, something about it feels very Resident Evil, but I love it. I love it. I don't know if I'll add this with my wish list, but I will follow it. Creasol, you have my attention. But yeah, so I think that is all of the things I had to showcase to you today from my time at PAX East. At least those are the things that really stood out to me. Of course, I didn't get to showcase everything because I like I said, I didn't get to take pictures of everything, nor did I get to try everything, or there was some stuff that, you know, just didn't catch my interest. But is there anything like questions, comments you wanted to ask? And then I will hop right into, otherwise I will hop right into talking about some other stuff I've been doing outside of stream, and also a little bit about what's going to be happening with the schedule for the foreseeable future, because that is going to be very important here. Actually, let me, while that's happening, I will show you guys what I am doing. Let me just get a couple things ready. And then we need this one. So yeah, these should work just fine. All right. Yeah, anything else before I'll start the music back up again too. Now that we're done. We can go back to chill vibing time now that we're done with Creasol and all the other horror things. I might show that one to Dare. Dare might be interested in that, because I know he's a big fan of the old religious trauma games. Maybe something he'd be curious to see, if not for actually playing, just for the lore, because I don't know, I'm very intrigued by that lore. I want to see it. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, did my head pad not work? Hold on. Oh, I know why. I'm a silly goose. I knew there was something I forgot. Don't worry, Bloody, I got you. Give me just a second. Just gotta launch it. We'll worry about that later. Oh, where did it go? Don't worry, I'll redeem it again for you, or you can redeem again. I think it's free. I forgot to launch. Oh, I'm lagging out. Hold on, we'll get there in a second. Give me a second. There it is. Yes, allow it. Thank you. Alright, let's see if that works now. Let's see. Oh, wait, no. I think I know why. Oh, what? Is it not in my, rewards? Hold on. Hang on a minute. I closed my chat out. Whoopsies. Hold on. Hang on a minute. I gotta figure something out. Silly Nakara. What has she done this time? Viewer rewards. I know I had to turn off some of them for a little while just because my VTuber has been messing up, mostly because of my my camera is dying. There we go. Okay, that should be it. I thought I had turned that back on, but that's my bad. I'm sorry. Now, yeah, whatever. Now, come on, you can do it, baby. Why are you not waking? Let's see, what is the head pat button? Stream time. Alt and 6. Well, there we go, I got it. I don't know why it's not working suddenly, but there you go. I'll figure out that. Maybe that's why I had to turn off. Something was wrong with it. Thank you. But yeah, so, alright. Since it seems like there is no other comments about PAX, I will switch back on over to this window, because I will show you guys what I've been doing in the meantime outside of streams that I am working very hard on. So, I am working on running a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon campaign for some of my buddies. I just want to say first and foremost, I am not streaming this. This is not going to be showcased. It's not going to be recorded or anything. This is just for me and my friends, because I really wanted to try to get back into DMing again. I haven't DM'd in like a year or two, and I frankly don't feel very good at it. I'm not super confident as a DM for most games, but I've always really loved Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. And I saw a webcomic recently called Lucky Star, if any of you guys have heard of it, from, let me go to the old Twitter here, I'll show you. Or, sorry, it's X now. Ugh. Fuck you, I'll always call it Twitter. Let's, let me see, let me find a Lucky Star here. I can't spell PMD. Let's try it. Hopefully this isn't... Okay, yeah, here we go. Picks the Sylveon. That's the character, but I want the actual creator. Well, I don't know where the actual creator is. Hold on. But this is the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon comic that this person is making. I think they're called like Fish on Twitter, on TikTok. Yeah, Oda Koima. There it is. There it is. Hold on. Let's go to the real person. I want to showcase the real person's work. Yeah, Oda Koima. There we are. So this is the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon webcomic I've been building. Or building, not building. No. I've been reading. And reading this again kind of got me really interested in playing Pokemon Mystery Dungeon as a TTRPG. And I know one of my friends has played the Poké-Roll system, and I saw that there was a Mystery Dungeon version. So I'm working on basically translating the 3.0 version of the Pokemon role-playing game into a playable Mystery Dungeon campaign, mostly because this one uses the 2.0 system, and it's kind of not the greatest. But, yeah, I'm working on getting it figured out here, so... that's part of why I haven't been around so much, and not, frequent on social media anymore, is just because I've been trying my damnedest to get this ready, because this week is going to be starting session zeros and getting everybody's characters ready to go. The game is going to be called Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Abyssal Rift. And I don't want to give too many spoilers away because, some of my players are streamers. Actually, 3/4 of my players are streamers. And they might check on my channel if they know that I'm talking about it here, because I don't want to give too many spoilers away. But yeah, I'm taking some inspiration from like that comic, as well as good old Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Time, Darkness, and Sky, and Red and Blue particularly, because those are my favorite ones in the franchise, and probably the best ones in the franchise. So yeah, it is going pretty well. The hardest part has been so far learning the combat system of this game, especially because this is updated from the old one, so there's like way more shit to learn. And for context, I have never played this system before. I have never touched this system before. I am learning this all from scratch in order to like run the campaign. But I will show you, once I pull it up here, let me open my Photoshop, I'll show you some of the art I've been doing for it. Because I'm trying to make the NPCs each have their own custom art as well as the backgrounds. So let me go ahead and get that. And there's another project I've been working on too, but I will show you that in a minute here. So some of this is not complete. Most of this is not complete yet, thankfully, because session 0 is not gonna include like the final maps. But let me go ahead and switch the Photoshop now. Whoops, that is using my Cintiq. Let's use the other screen right now. There we are. So yeah, I've got the Photoshop on the other screen. So this is currently the map that I am using for the game. As you can see here, this red dot is going to be the main town that you're going to start from. Much like every other Pokemon Mystery Dungeon game, there is a town that serves as your main hub. And the story will all take place here. I've still got to modify some of these islands. I want to make a couple like frosty islands, probably like down here or down here. I'm not sure yet, but I will get there. So this map is a work in progress, but most of it is like the dark green is forest, the brown is mountains, and the light gray here, or light yellow is desert, and the light green is like plains or open areas. So that's what we got going on so far for that. I will not save it. Then we have the actual NPCs. So I'm missing 2 of them. So 2 of them are not complete yet. I have to work on those. And in fact, I don't know if I'm going to do that today after stream or if that's going to be another day. I'll have to see. But let me go down the list and I will show you what I've got. So the first one I made is our Nidoqueen. So all of these NPCs you're seeing right now, they're going to be professors for the expedition guild that our party is going to be a part of. There's no team name for the party yet. Obviously, we have not started, so they'll have to come up with that on their own. But each of these professors is essentially going to specialize in a certain type of rescue. Like, because in the game, there are, where is it? There are usually like 5 different kinds of things. And I'll show you this here in a second, but let me grab that because this has my objectives. So there are 5 different types. There's rescue missions, escort missions, capture missions, delivery missions, and retrieval missions. So the Nidoqueen here, her name is Priscilla, by the way. This is Priscilla. Priscilla here is the expert on escort missions here. So that's her whole goal. Is her primary focus is whenever she goes on missions, she is looking to try to escort people through the dungeon to wherever they need to go. That's her role. Then we have the Garchomp here. This is Riley. She is actually if you can't tell by her numerous scars and cuts and everything, she is the capture captain. Her main goal is capturing criminals. That's what she does. And as you can see, capturing criminals has not exactly been kind to her. If you can't tell by this eye, she's actually blind. This eye is blinded. Her other eye is normal, but this one she's blind. Yeah, she's blind. Then we have our Swellow here. This is Thad. Thad is our retrieval guy. He's kind of more of a laid-back, chill, almost surfer dude. Mainly because he knows that he flies so fast that he doesn't really need to stress about his job. Like, he knows he'll make it on time, so he's kind of just a bit lackadaisical. And finally, we have Kane. Kane here is the delivery expert here. And he's more of like a stoic, like, kind of tough love, kind of dad type dude. No, not really doesn't really joke around type of guy. He's pretty serious most of the time. The last ones, the NPCs that I don't have, Kane. K-A-N-E, not Kane from Digital Circus Kane. No. Kane. K-A-N-E. But the last, is he a part of the arcane? Oh man, I didn't register that when they told me to name him Kane. He's an Arcane 9. Well, you know what? Fuck it. I'm sticking with it. He's still Kane. And I think the name suits him. My job is done. How dare you? How dare you make me realize this, Red Nox? How could you? But yeah, the last 2 people I have to make right now. Love you, friend. Thanks. Yeah, the last 2 people I have to make right now are the So yeah, capture, delivery, retrieval, and escort. We have the last one is going to be the actual rescue captain. That is going to be a Gallade. Gallade is unnamed at this moment. But his whole thing, let me pull up my sheet here. I can't show you everything because that has spoilers. But he is going to be like more of a calm, quiet fellow, though he can have a bit of a loud side when he gets upsetty spaghetti. And the last one will be the headmaster, who's going to be a nice little old meow stick who runs the major guild here. This is like the main guild of the Expedition Society, the headquarters, if you will, of this particular continent known as the Forest Continent. And yeah, it will be up to our team to figure out what's going on in the world, because I'm not going to tell you what it is yet. It's going to be a surprise. But yeah, mostly the hardest part, like I said so far, has been that this module is pretty old compared to the 3.0 core book. The 3.0 core book, I think, is so far mechanically sounds a lot better. I say sounds a lot better because I have yet to play this. So most of it is going to be run from here. The only couple things I'm going to have to figure out are like how to make the dungeons, but I think I have a way to fix that with this lovely little resource I found called the Pokemon Dungeoneer, which will allow me to generate my dungeons. And that is all that I need to worry about. So once I can make, like, I'll just generate a couple dungeons for each session, depending on what missions the players go through. I don't know how many floors are going to be in there, because in the original, I can close out the Twitter. In the original one, you only have one dungeon that you essentially build until you roll your mission objective. But I don't know if I want to do that. I might have, like, smaller dungeons are 1 floor, medium dungeons are 2 floor, and larger dungeons are 3 floor. But I will have yet to see how that goes. Because if like 1 floor is already large enough for them, depending on how many rooms there are, then I might just you know, not do multiple floors. But like I said, we'll see. I have to see how the players like this once we actually get to doing it. And then there's also, let me pull up the Photoshop again. No. There's also the town here. I have yet to name the town. I'm thinking of naming it like Petal Town. Let me get rid of the grid here so you can really see. So these are some of the buildings here that are going to be in Petal Town. This over here in the mountainside is going to be the actual Expedition Society's like headquarters. So that's the guild there, as you can see. We have the cafe, who Rune pointed out to me might be run by a poltergeist. I'm not sure yet. But there'll be a cafe here. I have a website for names. What do you mean for names? Like for Pokemon NPC names? Because I don't need like that many names at least right now. But maybe. So there's some of these are going to be flavors. Some of these are going to have actual mechanics to them. But most of this town is going to be for flavor. So the cafe for like Pokemon to get some food and drink from their adventures. We have the Quagsire Spa, so you can rest up, try to relax your muscles after a long day of training or running around. Of course, you can't have Pokemon Mystery Dungeon without a Kecleon shop, so that's where you'll be able to go purchase all your goods and wares. The Kangaskhan Storage, of course, is another classic. Many names depending on the subject. I will think about that. Kangaskhan Storage. I was convinced to add in a contest hall because one of my players said they would really think it'd be funny if their Pokemon could participate in Pokemon contests. Like in the Gen 3 games and the Gen 4 games, so that is now there. I don't know who's running that yet. I do have Xatu Appraisal from the Pokemon Darkness Time Sky games, because I might give the players options to find, like, rare goodies. Like treasure chests that they have to open, similar to those games. The daycare. This was also in Time Darkness Sky, where you could find Pokemon eggs to hatch. I don't think the daycare is actually going to be a mechanics thing. I think it's just going to be more flavor. The bank, who I don't know who's going to run that yet. We will figure that out. And then, what is this one? That's just decor and other fun little things around. So yeah. And then there is a little pathway down here leading to like a dock area. So yeah, that is the gist of the game so far. And I am very excited to actually get to run it. But yeah, that is all I've got for right now. any other... Oh, wait, actually, no, I lie. There's one more project I've been working on. There's another project I've been working on. It's not related to a game or anything. It's just for funsies. So, I'm going to close that. As some of you may or may not know, let me just... I have recently become obsessed with a little anime. A little shoujo romance anime. Known as Tomon's B-Side. I will talk about this forever. I love Tomon's B-Side. I've watched this anime so many times. I've, like, rereading the manga. I love this anime. But I found out something fairly recently about this anime. Specifically concerning this image. For if you see here in this image, you may notice a little guy. A little guy here who happens to be pink. For you see, I saw this and I'm like, oh my god, it's like a little wolfy guy. I wonder what that is. Turns out, every member of the band has an animal for their merchandise. So if I go to my Crunchyroll here, I'm gonna mute it so I don't get like copyrighted. Just give me a second here. And I pull up. Okay, cool. Thanks, Crunchyroll. Thank you. And I pull this up. We're just gonna go. Wait, that doesn't have the intro in it. I'm sorry. Hold on. We need the introduction sequence because that is important. Blah blah blah. Trying to find where it is. It's where you see the lads. I think it's like right around here. Put the link. Okay, cool. Do the dancing guys. Yes, up too far. Hold on. It's like I need to go back like 2 seconds. Okay, too far. It's very fast, but you can see them. You'll see their little animals right here. I'm trying to. There it is. Okay, I nailed it. So, as you can see here, all of the guys have an animal associated with them. So I saw this, and I was like, oh, you know exactly what I gotta do now. I turned them all into furries. So I have taken screen caps from the anime. I just want you to know, like, this is actually from the anime. And I've translated them to furries. Because of course I had to do that. The second I saw that they had government-assigned personas, you knew immediately what I had to do. So I have aptly dubbed this project Tomon's F-Side. And there will be 2 screen caps per boy for their A-side and their B-side. Wow. I know, I'm so genius. Thank you, Captain. Thank you. So yes, there will be 2 images per boy to showcase their A-side and their B-side, because in case it's not obvious from this anime, each boy has essentially like 2 personalities. They have their real personality, aka their B-side, and then they have their idol stage persona, their A-side. So this is Tomon's A-side. This is him on stage. He is sexy and wild. And yes, that is his whole thing. He's supposed to be like a playboy, very, very hot, very charming. Outside of it, he is a crybaby. He is a big crybaby. He has no self-esteem. He thinks he's lower than dirt. He cries all the time. He's just a stinky little man. I fucking love it. So those are the 2 I've gotten so far. I've gotten Tomon's A-side and B-side because, of course, you know, the whole anime is named after this guy. And I'm trying to do them in order by the characters we get introduced. So Tomon is our first guy, obviously. So I went with him first. The second guy is Ori. Ori here. These are some spoilers for the anime if you have not watched it. And they're kind of minor spoilers. You're going to meet every boy's A and B sides. So Ori here, he is the youngest of the group, and he is known as the princely type. He is pretty famous. His parents are already famous actors and singers, and he is the same exactly as them. But he is the youngest of the group, so he takes on the persona of being the princely guy, you know, very kind, very very demure, you know, calls all the girls princess and everything like that. Very, very sweet and kindly. So that's his A side. Which, he is a monkey. And you'll see why later, because this is funny. He has a nickname in the show. So, this is his A side. And then his B side is he's actually extremely aggressive and crass. He is very angry, and he likes to break shit. To the point where the rest of the cast has dubbed him the Gorilla. Because of how many times he breaks down people's doors. So he has his B-side. And that is all I've gotten so far. There will be the others. There will be, going back here, we have the green dog here. This is Kato. Kato, his persona is he's calm. He's, like, super laid back. Almost kind of airheaded in a way. But he is also the eldest and the group leader. But his B-side is he is actually a money-grubbing miser. Like, all he cares about is, like, getting as much money from the fans as he possibly can and saving as much money as possible. Like, he is frugal to the nth degree. I have never seen somebody pinch pennies so hard as Kato. Then you have Natsuki. Natsuki over here is the little squirrel chipmunk. Natsuki's persona is that he is the happy pretty angel. He is the little devilishly cute impish fella of the group. Very high-pitched voice. He does makeup. He writes songs. Very, very cutesy little lad overall. But his B-side is that he is an alcoholic, gambling-addicted chain smoker. Yep. He's probably got, like, one of the most drastic swaps of them all. I just, like, he is crazy. Yeah. His B-side, when I saw that, I was wondering what his B-side was gonna be. And when I saw, like, the first introduction you meet him is, like, he has escaped his apartment after he's been supposed to be working on a song for the band, and you just catch him at a pachinko gambling place, like, smoking and, like, being like, I don't want to work today, And finally, last but certainly not least, probably my second favorite in the whole group, very closely tied for first, honestly, is Rintaro. Kai Rintaro. I know, more ads. I'm sorry, I can't stop them. And his whole persona is that on stage, he is the tall, calm, like, quiet, stoic, mysterious, hunky dude. Covered, like, he's got tattoos on his right arm and everything. So he's kind of like that, like, quiet, mysterious bad boy type. But, his B-side is actually so funny. He is a mega otaku. Mega chatterbox otaku for an anime that is basically this universe's equivalent of Uma Musume. I think it's called Sushi Musume. And he is a huge nerd for, like, a side character that you can't get, like, any merch for. And he spends all of his time buying as much merch for this side character. Like, hold on, I gotta show you specifically what his B-side looks like, because, like, you need to see the differences. So this is his A-side, right? He is supposed to be, like, the suave, cool, silent guy. Now he sounds normal. Like, yeah, he's got the chains, he's got the glasses, he's got the muscles. Right, I'm trying to find, like, you can kind of see it in this, image a little bit. He's got his tattoo. Like, that's who he is. This is him outside. This is what he looks like outside of the band. He is a fucking nerd. And I love him for it. But, like, what is the anime he's, like, obsessed with? I think it's called Sushi Musume. Oh, they don't have it in here, man. How do they not include that? That's crazy. Relationships, family. Because I want to find... Yeah, there it is, right there. He is obsessed with Sushi Musume. So it's literally Uma Musume, but instead of horses, it is sushi. You're welcome. All right, but that is enough rambling from me. I think I've now have achieved everything I wanted to talk about. Oh. Wait. Third tries the charm. Wait, one more thing before I go. This is really important because this involves the streaming schedule, because I'm gonna wrap it up here. So, with the fact that I am going to be running this Pokemon Mystery Dungeon session, and based on what my players have told me so far, it sounds like the most ideal day for us to play is going to be Thursday, which, as I'm sure you guys are aware, is typically when I stream. So that being said, I'm not sure which I'm going to go with yet, depending on, you know, when we actually establish a session time and like day and time. But I have two options rolling around right now of what's going to happen. So, number one, the option is that I just move Thursday to another day, most likely Monday, if I am to keep that going and do 3 to 4 streams a week. Or, for the time being, I might just drop Thursday and continue streaming on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday. Both have their benefits and their downsides, because on the one hand, like, moving Thursday means I still get to play more of, like, my personal games and stuff that I want to share with you guys. However, that is a huge toll on me, because I just, like, have terrible energy levels due to my condition. Especially after coming home from, like, work days. And with summer coming up, my schedule's probably going to get even more hectic because, you know, people are going to want to go on vacation while the weather's nice. So, there's that. On the other side, like, having only 3 days a week will help me manage my energy levels better. But of course, it's going to be a lot more of a struggle to fit multiple games into 1 week. And I have a lot of games right now that I really want to try to get through and also start. Especially because, you know, Wednesday is always taken for me pretty much. If I'm not playing Valheim with Shamanic and Mecha, we're playing some other game. So Wednesdays are almost always a collab day. But yeah, I will be thinking about that. So I just want to make you guys aware of, like, the updates coming through, because ideally, from the sounds of my players, we should be starting officially for the campaign next week, I hope, if not the week following. And I will be real, I have no idea how long this campaign is going to last. I'm anticipating it being, like, maybe half a year tops. But until I, you know, play the module more and see how fast they progress through the game, I can't speak on when that is going to be done. So, that is my last update. I promise. I swear. That is my last update for you guys. But yeah, I went a tad longer than I expected to go, but thank you guys so much for joining me today. My voice is starting to give out if you can't tell, so I think it's time for me to call it and get on out of here. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed getting to see some of the PAX East photos with me, talking about some of the projects that have been going on. I, of course, I'm still going to try to keep streaming as much as I can. So, nice to see you streaming again, friend. Yeah. Speaking of streaming, we should be playing again tomorrow. I know Gib has said he's good for Valheim. I will just have to check with the lads, so anticipate more Valheim tomorrow. But other than that, yeah. Let's go on. I'm going to head on out. I will raid you guys over to my friend Vaughn IXI, who is currently playing some game demos. I don't know what game demos he's playing, but knowing him, it's probably something horror related, and you know me, I love horror. But I will catch you guys tomorrow. Have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye.